ló bá mi chat wọ́n ní Dàmọ́lá kan ni, but not a single case or single effort to bring Dàmọ́lá to pay. Kò sí nǹkan kan tẹ́ ṣe. Dẹ̀ ní access to public fund. Groom àwọn kan. Àwọn ìyá kan tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ò ní padà fire fún wọn. Àjọ alẹ́ ọmọ kọjú alẹ́ àwọn làwọn tí ń fi social media bàjẹ́. You are putting my name. I cannot stand by the truth, stand by justice. Kẹ́rò pé àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ lórí social media ó máa affect irú èmi. Ègún fáwọn ọmọ yìí because at the end of the day, by the time you round up this own nonsense, realize pé àwọn ọmọ yóò kàn ní kọjá àbí tọ́wà yẹn. Ẹ máa ṣí òṣì yẹn lọ. Is abusing kini. What's my own to attack? Who is standing more attack fún kini? Ṣé tó fẹ́ fún mi lówó oúnjẹ ni àbí tó fẹ́ fún mi lókìkí? Need some level of self-dignity to look and say for somebody to build orúkọ ẹ̀ tó wá sacrifice ara ẹ̀ fún nǹkan báyìí ẹ kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yíró oríṣiríṣi. It's normal for NGO. NGO cannot survive without public support. Ṣebí public ló wá justice for bad. So why will you say the public should not support and donate for itself? Nígbà tí máa ní pé mo fẹ́ stop public pé ẹ bá dáwọ́ fún mi èmi nìkan fẹ́ máa gbé. How does that look like the public? Mọ̀ pé public ti ẹ̀ ń donate òun fi wọ́n náírà sí òun gangan ní spirit tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀. And now àwa ti dé ibi tí ojú ogun yẹn ti lé. Ẹni tó wá ń lead ogun against tí ó fẹ́ kárí justice òun ní ìyá Mohbad Abọ́sẹ̀dé Adéọlá Ọláwuyì. And it's only she is ready to attack if possible. Take my life in the process. She threatened brimstone. So now picture it. Tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ yìí bàbá Mohbad ẹ̀ ń wá justice fún ọmọ yín. Kò dẹ̀ síbẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ rí. If you are standing by me, that means the woman will be attacking you. Because you don't want that. Please, Nigerians, public, leave whatever they are doing with their family. I just have to tell you guys the truth. I want to but as of you rí. So my shebe. Le ba lọ sí radio station ma rojo. I want justice for my son. I want ìgbésẹ̀ wọ́n ti gbé pẹ̀lú lọ́yà tó wà lọ́wọ́ yín. So AIG máa fi kí ní àdìtò rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ yẹ bàbá tó wà Nàìjíríà. It's because the public gave you like a leverage. Let's show you pé tẹ́ bá bọ́ sórí TV station ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí TV station ayé máa gbọ́ yín. Èmi gan tí mo jẹ́ start tí mo ṣe press conference mo ń competition mo ń move lọ pẹ̀lú evidence rí. Leave media houses, put up a serious petition, speak to your lawyer and look public fund. You have a lead and the person you have to fight against is to lọ sílùú yín kẹ́ lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sá lẹ́yìn ikú sáré. Any public fund tẹ́ bá wọ́n pẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe stay back, allow the public to fight and get justice for the son. Whoever tó bá mú that person should face the music. Kí ló kọ́ wa pẹ̀lú gbogbo àṣàbọ̀ ó bímọ méjì ọkùnrin méjì tẹ́yẹ̀ bá bímọ ọkùnrin mẹ́jọ tí gbogbo bá jẹ́ olè tó ń jalè tíjọba bá mú wọn kẹ́yìn gbogbo wọn ságbà. Now we need to know exactly kí ni role nínú ká bá tẹ̀ rí fídíò àfi tí ẹ bá fẹ́ bọ́ Ọlọ́run nípò ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ sọ pé the first person that should be leading this onslaught tó máa tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀ngọ̀ is àdúrà. It's àdúrà. Ẹ bá lọ sí radio station tẹ lọ sí TV station tell them pé ẹni tó yẹ kí ọlọ́pàá bá yín tiẹ̀ lọ investigate. You write a petition against àdúrà. If you are fighting justice, you want to know what pa kí lè wọ́n bèrè pé kí lè ó pa ọmọ mi fún tẹ̀lé kí public kó fún yín. Ó sọ fún mi pé n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tóun capture lélẹ̀ nígbà tí mo lọ gba court order tí mo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tí mo competition lẹ́yìn tí mo débẹ̀ tó déwájú ẹ̀. I thought the neighbor's life was in danger when I was running. Èmi ni mo lọ application lọ sí Inspector General of Police that I need security for this man. And lọ wo blogger wọn, that lady, yìí tó ṣẹlú bí di ọ̀bọ yẹn. They are all working for them. They know why, unprovoked. They know that if I get funds, if the NGO get funds, we'll pursue the case. The Muiwa will block it. They are using the bookie. I am telling most of you that belong to all this group that we created, they are using you. And one that you already cost. It's not because you can speak English. They know you, they know your strength. And they manipulated you and make you look like you're an asset. They thought I have to deceive them and make it look like we are still looking for money to pursue the case. And Los Abuja, and petition had already gone on. I'm not in your league. And if you're a public radio station, when you know the person, even by law, even any you buy sort of for 1 year. They ronu jile. Anyone Jakori Iba sort of for 1 year. Or what suddenly? That means I want you all to key Adra Nasesi or Kenasesi. They know he has something to say. And you are interested in knowing something. And the public supported you with funds that let's do it. And you let it coffee because you don't want an NGO, you chase them out. Now, the same boy telling you Jakeri Basoro for a whole year because you know you want to see something. Or one message also possible go get to share any. Also, no only video evidence. At the end of the day, now good. Poverty and protect here. Ton Jackie Nasesi lawyer about me petition Olopa. They should go and arrest Adura or invite him down. Whoever is guiding your son for months, Olopa shall bring him. You have the funds. You have the lawyer. What's she here in the radio station? Motuan she here. Ìyàwó yín mo ṣe press conference mo lọ station ìyàwó yín yẹn wá ń gbé ogun tì mí pé àní kò ní ṣeéṣe gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ débẹ̀ and you are telling the world tó bá bẹ̀ yín padà so that when you are together kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ màá wá fọ́ fún yín màá wá sá ó dà pé tí mo bó ṣe lọ rárá. I'm not on this social media is app that I'm using to propagate the message of human rights. Offline fíìmù gidi. If you are going to be standing by us, we are not standing by you. Get it straight. In this kind of situation, you need the public. The public does not need you. Come, if you want to stand by the public, Mr. Aloba Joseph, Efi, Beragasile, come down from your houses, stand by the public, and we'll get justice for that boy. But thinking that the public should come and beg you, for what? For what? Ìgbà tí wọ́n ti ṣe ìgbà tẹ́ ti sìn yẹn. He ceased to be your son. He's now a public property. Don't let any lawyer fool you. The moment anybody takes anybody's life and there is evidence that there is wrongdoing, it becomes a public case. And it is the same public every day and night putting their resources, they want to get the truth. Not you. And you call I want justice for my son. We didn't even know you. We didn't hear from you. But I was ready. I pasted my ticket. I said I was going to return back to Nigeria while I was on the war tour. To go and face and fight for your son. I didn't even know you then. I don't even know whether he has a father or mother. I know him because he has done something beyond family. Get justice for who will be saving the lives of other children. Next thing, You saw the way your son was doing. Kí ló kọ́ mi pẹ̀lú tọ́mọ yín bá wà involved, he will face the music. And let me tell you the honest truth. He will face the music and he will pay for his crime. Ẹni tó bá bímọ ẹ̀tọ́ ọmọ yín. Bí ọba ṣe mójútó ọmọ tó ló ṣe máa jèrè ẹ̀. Bó bá ṣe mójútó ọmọ tó ló ṣe máa jèrè ẹ̀. That's your wife. And toro bóbó ni kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ pa àdúrà. They don't want him to get close to you. I can always accept wípé àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ full story. Gbogbo èrò ọkàn yín ni pé ó dàbẹ̀ pé Wùmí yẹn nìkan ni lẹ́fẹ́ dojúkọ. Ìgbà tí ẹ máa dé stage kan lẹ realize pé because n tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ wá sọ fún yín wọ́n lè deny yín. Don't be surprised, Baba Mohbad. Mark my word. I am telling you on my honor. Mark my word. Ìyá Mohbad kò kúrò nílé yẹn títí tí Mohbad fi kú. Ó lọ sí show wọlé padà. Don't be surprised she was in the house then. Don't be surprised she was in the house. Only jẹ́ nítorí róòlù tí ìyá ì play. Òun ló fà tí spirit Mohbad fi ń da ìlú láàmú. Bóbó ni ẹ ṣe investigation yín dáadáa, you are the olórí ẹbí. Tó bá jẹ́ pé you are truly standing behind Mohbad. Tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ lẹ̀ ń wá òótọ́ because òótọ́ nìkan lè fi, you need to go and ask. Ẹ wá ọ̀nà tó bá fi mú ọmọ yín kọ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ kó tó di pé ó yí wọn lọ́wọ́. Ẹ wá mú script ẹ cover wa. Ẹ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ láti kiri kan Sátidé ẹ fẹ́ lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ẹ wá dé padà. Gbogbo àwọn tọ́jú wa lé ẹ̀ ọ́dẹ̀ mú story ẹ̀tọ́ wa. We will not be surprised if any video or everything come out. Bóyá n tọ́ àyè òfin akọ̀wé pé báwo ni irú corporation ṣe máa wà láàrin kí ló fẹ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀ irú àwọn wo lálágbára náà ẹ dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń dá orúkọ alágbára kan ló wà ń bẹ̀ o òun ló máa pa gbá òun ló máa pàwọ́ àṣẹ́yìn gan lẹ fẹ́ máa pààyàn. Díẹ̀ ló kù the investigation on who is coming after my life there àti fẹ́ débẹ̀ tán torí mo gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé those that are involved gangan èmi ọmọ Fabayi I will get justice against you guys. That is when gbogbo ẹni tó bú mi tó fi mí ṣe ẹ̀yẹ tó ní ọ̀hún fẹ́ pa èmi you will come back and realize that tó o bá tọrọ dáríjì that attempt on my life Pt.3 escape here is coming back on you and your children. Bàbá wo sùsùn mo ń ṣe nǹkan kò wá sí reason màá kàn gbéra màá London over 20 years. As we are now we are facing the family. As we are now, we are facing the Aloba, and that is why the girl in question, she's not just alone. Somebody close to them in that Aloba is involved. There must be a reason why they keep begging the Adura. There must be a reason why they quickly pushed a career up. There must be a reason why this woman went to do passport. Yamubadi, no Gigi. There must be a reason why she said, Kokuku Koboa. Spirit of Mohbad no tipe ejewo. There must be a reason why she said shebo ofi mi kọrin ofi mi taja. There must be a reason. You are not paying attention. Ẹ máa jókòó ẹ máa rí káwọn kan máa fún yín láyè lórí social media wọ́n máa sọ kọ́tọ̀kọ́tọ̀. Ẹni káwọn ọmọ wọn ò tí ì jẹ́ nǹkan kan náà ayé táwọn ọmọ wọn ò tí ì build life. People are here contributing a quota for a cause that is not direct benefit to them. But tó máa wúlò fún gbogbo wa. Ẹ wá ń jókòó ẹ condemn one sick terrible quite sad. Èmi ò ní kí family ẹ unite o. Ẹ lọ pa àwọn extended family. Ẹ lọ bèrè àbí wọ́n máa mọ̀ pò ìgbẹ́ ò léegun ẹni tẹ̀ àti ro. Anyway ẹ máa rí fíìmù náà ṣùgbọ́n láti jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ wá padà lọ sí gbogbo ẹ̀ láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀. You will now go back to my activities from beginning up until now. Ẹ realize pé for every time you distrust me àbí tẹ́ rò pé mi ò ṣe nǹkan tó right is because of these soldiers tí wọ́n ti build to destroy my reputation because mi ò ṣe anything by. As a matter of fact tẹ́lẹ̀ o pé dákìlì fún mi there are some things that I need to move there. Mo ní láti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí solicit pẹ̀lú ṣé ibi tí mo bá dé gan. Do you think owó tó dá direct ni wọ́n fi ṣe wọn tí mo ṣe yẹn ni? Some of the people that I was speaking with privately that I need funds for this, I need funds, I need this. Told them back me bowa. He came to ask us for money. Why won't I ask? ṣé mi nìkan mo ní finance máa ṣe gbélé ṣé mo yẹ gbèsè tí mo ti gẹ́lẹ̀ ni ṣé mo yẹ gbèsè tó wà lẹ̀ fún mi àbí gbèsè ni pé okay Katole, you know Nigeria as it is. If I didn't come up here and say we want to get court order to enter Mohbad's house, we want to write a petition so that we can enter. If I say that here, do you know how much all of you will contribute? Because you know how much that's going to cost. Ask yourself, how did I get the funds for that without coming to ask you people here? Can you come out okay? Owó yẹn mo wá rí, tẹ́ mọ̀ pé mo rí, kí ló ti mi lọ́nà jẹ́? Owó tí mo fi ṣe gbó, ẹ mọ̀ yẹ court cases, ẹ mọ̀ yẹ court order tó wà nílẹ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ yẹ gbèsè. This case as it is now, do you know how much we need to be spending from Monday? That I will not come here and tell you this is what we are doing. Because most of the things that we're going to be doing with the police, one of my conducive Mr. Yomi, it's a more problem. Your NGO, we have to do, because we are together, working together. Anything that will fun, Tony Pop, that will lawyer for that will is there. Check our radio station, I know Balomu, Adura, to my lead work, Kotoambe, shower radio station, TV station, I know my shit. Teba sọ̀rọ̀ radio station tó bá competition wọn lè rí ẹ wọn tí ẹ mọ̀ kó sọ̀rọ̀ they will only see it as content ni the real movement is writing your concerns to the authority tó máa ń ṣerú ìwádìí yẹn bàdẹ̀ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá lóun wá justice for Mohbad if you are looking for justice for Mohbad with where we are now you must know that you need to have a case with Adura if that person is looking for something justice whether you are an NGO to call anything against Adura fake kini anybody to bá lóun wá justice fún kini to then ja offline tí ò ní activity with the police to máa bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé we need you to investigate Adura whoever Adura bá náwó sí will face ẹni yẹn tó yín fake kini radio station kan ló máa lọ face Adura àkọlọ ṣé máa pàdé ọ̀bàdàn àwọn olóhùn wa ni kàá máa kí ẹ̀kọ́ máa tọ̀ yín some sick people will now be there and tell you this is ẹni tọ́mọ̀ ẹ̀kú rẹ̀ tẹ́gílẹ̀ jẹ́bẹ̀ ìjọba lọ́mọ wa kú public lọ́mọ wa kú ara wa ni because when we were loving his song bèrè pé ta ni ìyá ìta ni bàbá ẹ̀ we are not interested he is entertaining us he is giving us inspiration we are loving him back ẹ wá bẹ́ẹ̀ nílé máa dó tòótọ́ ẹ wá kéèyàn like yìí you want to move forward in life you are waiting people to like you. Liking me is not part of the bargain. Fight for truth and justice. If it's abade, we cannot get it without facing those people. Sorry. Hello? Yeah? See you again. Mo wà lórí live. Mo wà lórí live. I'll call you back. Shadow bojú lásán ni. That the lady is so gallivanting pé kò sí tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ tẹ́ bá ti wọ́ Wùmí kẹ́ ready láti wọ́ somebody close to that baba lọ́ba because if he is the one leading it bí ya Mohbad ṣe ń face mi yẹn is the same way he want ó máa fẹ́ yaṣọ mọ́ bàbá ọkọ ẹ̀ lọ́rùn a máa sọ fún pé kí ni eléyìí kí ló ń wá because ibi tàdé nìyẹn kò ń ṣe pé ẹ fẹ́ wá Naira Marley kan Samilari kan pride boy kan nọ́ọ̀sì kan àwọn yẹn ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ for now àwọn yẹn kọ́ ni point of contention ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ fèsì tí mo fèsì lọ yìí kó tí mo pé the number one person tó máa bájà tó máa fẹ́ yaṣọ ọlọ́run nìyàwó now kó wá jẹ́ bàbá Mohbad ló fẹ́ face now you should be able to be honest and say at this stage baba we know you want justice for your son we are not disputing I praised him in my press conference because he still want justice but unfortunately ibi tí jáde yìí you cannot lead it because even from beginning public ló ń wá at the beginning you wanted to fight but you couldn't and you accepted your fate but the public was not going to accept and when you saw that the public are fighting you are meant to kill behind the public look for an NGO to lead the fight kò ń ṣe pé I wan lé gbogbo NGO pa then you now beat the administrator. If you are able to put yourself in place of the public money, that you be in charge of giving somebody power of attorney, and when you come out question, you come out sort of buying, tani poda, tani sawu, you can ship your little, tell us about your buying money, Ever justice, ever your calling. There is no sacred cow. You can't become, if you know you are the father and you want to be in charge of a public fund and you want to be the administrator, you want to be a lawyer, on behalf of the public, they will question you, they will checkmate you. They will checkmate you. Ever call a yawo da, ever tell Michelle, ever post on social media, ever bad your body, and will not cook a pele. Funeral home. Into the tomato stage you come when there is conflict of interest. Adájọ́ go amagberi. Tabari pa adájọ́ ní conflict of interest. When we realize that this baba ibiti ejo dey, ọ̀tọ̀ níbi tẹ́ ro tẹ́lẹ̀. Ibi tọ́rọ̀ dé dúró yìí, you will be having conflict of interest. You need to step aside and let the public continue. Simple. You are not informed. At this stage, Mama Safuni, wo ye hero. Wo ye time to boy, ten shabo sit hate me. Ti wo yo ti ro ton gba yen. Wo nkan ti mo wo movement mi, wo nkan ti mo achieve. Bi ti mo ba lo. Ṣé yin si le haro Mama fo? Because I only any to make sense wájú mi is any to be honest. I want to destroy CCTV. Any video evidence ko to wa ku. Ro lẹ́jọ́ ẹ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹlẹ́dàá bò bá dìde ó ní kò síbi tẹ́ fẹ́ yé ìwọ Dàmọ́lá tó gbéra ẹ sílẹ̀ pé okay I want to take the fall ìgbà tí CP ti rí pé èmi ò mẹ́ tó jẹ́ Dàmọ́lá ẹ̀yin náà lẹ gbé wá láti Ọ̀gànbọ̀ fine le competition le whatever normally on a good day tó bá jẹ́ pé case ni láti Ọ̀gànbọ̀ ló yẹ kó ti transfer case ẹ ti sọ fún ẹni competition against tani against Damola ẹni tó ti wà ẹni tẹ́tí arrest already ẹ máa wo kán bóbó yín Damola that is already in police custody wọn náà ṣe competition lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ CP which petition ṣé yẹ̀bí yìí tó sọ ní Gọ̀gọ̀mbọ̀ wọn máa kọ̀ gbé statement àti case file wá transfer ẹni wọn náà ṣe competition lọ sí emilẹ̀ múlímúgù èmi ni mi ò mọ̀ pa iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ẹ ti rí àpọ̀dà bíi ti ẹni tó ti wà ní police custody okay o ti kọ̀ǹkọ́ báyìí ìwọ ló bá Yomi chat ìwọ ló ṣe báyìí o ti kọ statement ẹnìyẹn then kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n wò pé Ọ̀gànbọ̀ yóò work ìgbà tí Yomi yóò wá ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ lo ẹ tún sáré lọ ẹ lọ lo connection bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wá ní ọ̀sá iṣẹ́ ó yẹ ẹ̀kọ́ kí CP approve ẹ wá pè mí wá wọ́n lè ti tọ́ra yín pé tí Yomi yẹn bá dé a máa ṣe báyìí a máa sọ báyìí ó rìkọ́ọ̀dù ó ṣe bá kan irú ìtàlífà ń bá wọn polówó yẹn àti the other lady torí ẹ rò pé sẹ́ẹ̀tì yín sílẹ̀ ní tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lè fi tẹ́ ṣe ìkẹfì bá kárí ẹ̀ lẹ́lẹ́ni jẹ́ ẹ lè fi bá kárí a whole commissioner of police that has built his career on trust working assiduously sacrificing to protect people's lives ẹ wá fi kéèsì báyìí ẹ charge ẹ sí court òun ló gbéra ẹ wá pé òun lòún ṣe whether he confess by himself whether he choose to submit himself to take the fall. He accepted. Charge him to court. Because the person never convinced that one is not going to accept. If they threaten and shakara me and they want me, they thought it's going to work, that I will budge. You are saying I wanted money. I have every reason to have compromised when they package your stuff. But I can't kilo one len. I'm going to understand what to share. Let me go to kilo one len. They will say, I saw Mr. Yomi. And I didn't do all that. You are a sick person. You want one person on social media. Only that Yomi is looking for money. I have pathway to make serious dirty money with those people. Shame you more control that plan. Shame you more go signal on for me. More on the army. Wow, ya Jemide Ogubeye. Open me Kimamugari. All the signal, what you want you see me, what you pass message to me directly. All of them, I've sent them to where I will send their names. These are the likely. Look at what is going on. And they are on the radar. Justice is coming. Camera, you know, that video. Because you as a father should know that video tan soy Damola Kolo recorded because it was on the phone to wa lowo adura ko to dipo alleged tore on gbe fun Damola. So the question is, if you are looking for justice for your son, that video I need to even see it. The law, you need to play a part. Whether adura lo send you the fact remains that àdúrà ń gọ́ lónìí fídíò yẹn àdúrà ti máa rí fídíò yẹn rí. I want a legal way ọ̀n gbé sá fún mi wọn ìjọba mi sọ̀rọ̀ take action tó bá ti pè wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá I'm ready to even mobilize the police. They should take him over, take over the àdúrà, bring him to police, and I will sit there. Then video yẹn kati ẹ wo ṣé n tó pamọ́ mi nìyẹn wàá gbé gbogbo gbèsè yẹn and they are castigating me. Ìyàwó yín ó lé mi lèmi fẹ́ bá yàdúrà jẹ sọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò ìyàwó ọ̀n àtàkì mi mo ṣe ń lọ sí command ni mo ṣe press conference ni mo tún dé zone 2 and èmi ò dẹ̀ ní public support as support for my NGO. What are we talking about? Share let your corny share because it's social media you can just be saying gibberish, making it look like sentiment ti payiku. And what you are fighting for justice, you are putting sentiment. Kilo ko pẹ̀lú gbo ndi afin pátápátá. Ṣàpátá ra báyìí la sito. We cannot get justice if we are not ready to pierce through these 4 people. And now if the leader and to lead the ogun tí ó fẹ́ keep public reach justice, including Baba Mohbad, is the wife, what are you going to talk? How will he now? The only way he can do it to start serious what I am doing. By now, we're supposed to be together. Ariwo tí ya Mohbad bá fẹ́ pa kó jọ máa pa sí wa. Any attack kó jọ máa attack wa. Any demo tí àdúrà bá fẹ́ ṣe kó jọ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ wá justice ni. Ṣe bí public fund wà lọ́wọ́ yín. Ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lawyer any senior advocate. Èmi nìkan ni wọ́n á ní kí n máa fèsì ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin wá ń lọ radio station. Fún kí ni? Radio station ẹni petition òun ni àjìbá àwọn àjòkó gbogbo àwọn spending kìíní kan extra làwọn yẹn at anybody tó bá ń dárúkọ pé wà involve extra but the key people the key syndicate tí wọ́n ní access sí owó which is owó the same promise aloba gbogbo wọn yẹn kò sí owó lọ́wọ́ kankan wọn akọ iṣẹ́ ni tí ó bá sí owó Mohbad wọn ò lè face ni kọ́ba dé stage and even if Mr. Fabayi kò sí ẹ wo bí mo ṣe dárúkọ róòlù tí Mr. Fabayi yẹn play tó ṣẹ́rí kí bàbá Mohbad yẹn bọ́ta condemn ẹ̀ ṣọ́dẹ̀lẹ̀ pè mí ni somebody that went after my life that condemned my reputation gbogbo èyí tẹ wá wà lórí TikTok ẹlẹ́wà justice mo ní your committee serious crime ẹlẹ́wà báwo ni sọ̀rọ̀ pa the same father refused to talk about it ẹ̀mí ṣé wọ́n jẹ́rú yín ni ṣáà bó rọrùn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni if you kept somebody as a power of attorney ẹ̀kọ́ imagine kò jẹ́ pé somebody in my foundation ló ń block gbogbo bí taba ti rí video evidence kí lè bá ṣe fọ́nítàn. Surname Tony is a Nigerian and I'm standing and fighting for him to the end. I'm not doing because of any family. Ọba bọ́ta kó máa tọ̀ yín ẹni tọ́mọ ẹ kiri kan kú ni mi ò mọ ẹni tọ́mọ ẹ kú ẹni tó kú lèmi mọ̀ ìwọ tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni tọ́mọ ẹ kú ló fi wá justice you will get yourself locked up with conflicts of interest and sentiment. That is because that is how shallow you are. Ibi tí level ẹ mọ nìyẹn. In this case, the constitution is not looking for talomo eku tó bá jẹ́ ni tó bí wọn ló pa òfin máa rán onítàn lọ sẹ́wọ̀n That is the beauty about investigation. It will go around and look for, oh, if people are not coming to tell me one sentiment. Because they know there are now on there tell you one brain one. What kind of you will not be able to kill a lot of Yomi, but one son case here. Because they are going to be looking at I want to talk on my face. The man said it. The prime suspect is the one that ran to somewhere. I want to do Wakapo. Shall be I am this don't tell again. If I am telling you on my honor, if the girl acted alone, the woman won't give her support because you want to run away. Because Toba Tijapo with the right judgment, they will take everything and back away. And then boy allegedly pé tó fa tí wọ́n fi ń jà tí Darosha dá sí òun ni pé wọ́n ní Canadian visa is involved, and it comes that Canadian visa is coming with DNA test. Mohbad was issued allegedly, I don't know. Ó náà wọ́n gbèsè gan tá máa fi mú evidence jáde láìpẹ́ yìí. Because it must go along with the investigation. And we will finance it. The NGO will finance it because it is homicide case. Because now they will be making move to ensure we want to infiltrate them. If this Baba is with us fighting for justice, so good. But if he's not doing the right or trying to face it head on, it's going to be understandable. But Kama saw running because if we notice that Adago to face case me, would likely come out tarata because of social interest, not because the judge is not a good judge, but because to this stage she is human or is human. You have right to write and say, I don't want this judge to attend to the case. It doesn't mean that you say the judge is alabosi or is a criminal or is already aiding and abetting, but because you know what is that. Any simple thing, you should be criticizing you. There is no way Baba Mohbad will want to pursue this case in today. That he might want to pursue it logically. He wants justice for his son. But at this stage, he might be looking at it, I am going to be fighting against my own blood. I'm likely to be fighting to be sending my own son to life imprisonment. Or my wife to life imprisonment. Or ex-wife. This is a likelihood now. He might say, I don't want to pursue it to that level. No. I don't want to. But it is too late to now say this is Mohbad's decision. He doesn't want to fight on. I don't want you to fight for justice for me. Because for justice, get justice for me. So nobody within the family can now decide for him because the moment you don't want him to get justice, you cease to be his family. I want justice. And he knew who took his life. And he's fighting, he wants justice. You are there now deciding for him as if he is a peaceful person, he wants to forgive, he wants family unity with who that abide him. If you want, anybody can unite. United, come on. Emma Fioruko boy see. Ibi tí kéèsì dẹ̀ lọ yìí àwọn tó pa ló ti ń fèsì kò wá ní sọ pé nǹkan òun ṣì máa ó lè ti sọ́ngbà ìgbà tí wọ́n ti pa nígbà tó ti wá pa tó ti mọ̀ tán kò lè má maintain ọ̀rọ̀ tó ti sọ léṣì mọ́.
Modernization, she gave money pressure, street orientation. Modernization.
I will get the bookie just here to bring a flashy picture. Tony, I know you're going to estate here. Yomi Fabayi, Oniro, Owolowa, Akonedemi. Ewo. This is the bookie that is number one with Famuyiwa and Baba Mohbad. And look at what she did with that lady. The lady came and said, I know, I have idea about this CCTV. The same developer to call it, not to call it Mohbad. I didn't go and meet her. She didn't send a message. She came on video. When they began to threaten her life, I took police to her house in that same estate. She wrote the petition statement in her own handwriting and she signed. Police investigated. Suddenly, the same set of people, and then the girl started, change your way. And this is the same book he just said. He didn't follow up with that right. Go to our page. I'm here to debunk it. I know what you are doing, Yomi Fabayi. You asked DJ Bami to go and then she fooled all of you and you still following that set of people. You think this is dragging? You think this is dragging, Abi? You don't really know what you're doing. You're only making a mess of the future of yourself and your children. Because this is not dragging, this is reality. This is a criminal attempt to block justice for an innocent boy. She's working for them. She is working for them and she'll pay for her crime. Now, somebody is facing 5 count charges. And I'm not backing down. You all make an attempt to say I should stop mentioning Andrea. I'm still mentioning it, and then he's going to face it because he's going to get, it's either he speak the truth. He will be coming back very shortly. Mark my word. That thing you wanted to debunk will get us justice from Mohbad. That thing you want to debunk will come back as a curse on you. Because lẹ́yìn tá bá tún fi respite, ẹ ṣì máa ṣí àbàṣà. That same video, we need to see it. Old video, new video, it will help the investigation we want to see. And then whoever wrote that thing, I know this pipe, what pipe about, this is how we pipe. Somebody will any of them. Either Adura or the Damola, one of them will have to escape. Emergency because me láti gbé ìwọ ọdún ẹ̀ fully. Ọlọ́pàá bá ṣẹ́ wọn. Ẹ rí pé kò sí justice yẹn ìrọ̀rùn lọ́wọ́ múlẹ̀. Inú tó wà lẹ́ láàrin àwọn méjì yẹn, inú tó wà lẹ́ ẹ má lọ fàáfàá. Ẹ rí pé eventually secondary làwọn fi CCTV ṣe. Secondary ni that's about the corona inquest. The moment we see somebody to tell us how Mohbad died, the moment we see how Mohbad died, you will now ask me whether Lagos State government will say, we don't know what by Mohbad yet. We are waiting for us. So the public, if you are fighting for, I'm not talking about those that are using, the anonymity of social media to say nonsense. The truth is it. Oh no, clear. I don't just talk. I don't talk. I go for the truth. I am a justice fighter. I'm a truth seeker. And it is already ordained. Mohbad will get justice. And he will get it the right way. This coming week is going to be full of activities. 2 weeks after, activities. If you see that I'm not online, we are working. Ẹ wo nti Ọlọ́run didi to provide fún wa ẹ̀yin ẹlẹ́ra lóun fẹ́ debunk òun fẹ́ rubbish òun fẹ́ water it down ṣé ni yóò ti gbègbó sórí ara ẹ̀ n tó máa jẹ wọ́n ó sì ń jẹ nǹkan lọ́wọ́ ni ó ń jẹ nǹkan lọ́wọ́ I am waiting mo ń retí ijọ́ tí dàpọ̀ wá wá ìkọ́nú ẹ̀ lọ́ máa fọwọ́ mú àbí wọ́n á bọ̀ tàwọn sọ pé ẹ̀mú tẹ̀ jẹ́rìí àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó tiẹ̀ ti wà ní kéésì ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n pé at this juncture to tell the AIG that the video ó ti di Indian film ẹgbẹ́ àjọba wò bọ̀ and that is where you know We need to come together now. We need to stand together. We all need to be together, fight together, face it head on, because we know who we are fighting now. And that is my preliminary report to you guys. If I am representing the public offline, if my NGO is fighting on behalf of the public that want justice for Mohbad, that is the honest truth I'm telling you. Go, we've always, aligned with our thoughts.
And if you wrote 2019, our dealings 2019, yeah. I still have that recording. I listened to it and I said, Baye Terini, 6 years later. You are very sincere. Yomi, you're very sincere, but let me just say this. I just posted a video on my page. In fact, Koti Wale on upload Lawani. And the video says my final report about Mohbad. The one I posted already is just my last message. On Saturday, Nima retire officially. On Saturday, Yomi, listen, you have to celebrate me. What is going on with me is that on February 9th, 1994, I started journalism and I already had 2 degrees. In February 9th, 2024, my 30th anniversary, instead of celebrating me, Nigerians were mocking me. They were mocking me and they were actually wishing me to buy myself. Now, the whole thing about it is that I'm 60 going on 61. Oti Remy. Video to my post here, the first one, my last message. Look at it. Listen to all the investigations I did. Almost 34. Mohbad's investigation is what kept me into 31 years. I realized what you're doing, Yomi. However, excuse me. I realize what you're doing, Yomi, but however, you have to understand that I'm doing what I was trained to do. Investigative journalism. What is investigative journalism? Why did every journalist in Nigeria run away from this investigation? That is your bigger picture. And your very bigger picture here, Logmo. Kilo Fisayo Shoyombo. Fisayo Bekes Mohbad. Kilo she David Hundeyin. Don't go to investigation, even though he's an idiot in some of his investigation. Kilo dating one cases here. Kilo she Kabiru Adejumo. All the known investigative journalists. Kilo she Sahara. Kilo dating show Niki Sahara she investigation on Loriku Mohbad. There was something behind it. Do you understand that now? Mm-hmm. No investigative journalists wanted to take the case. Now let's look at the private investigators. Did you hear most of them turned this whole thing down? The guy from Borno State, I knew him personally. People in Nigeria, when you don't have journalists who can put the story out and investigate it, $10,200. Gbogbo monetization mi ti Facebook kó fún mi, gbogbo nǹkan tí mo gbà lórí gbogbo àwọn videos mi mo gbélé fún investigation tó yẹ kí lọ gbádùn ara mi Dubai. Mo ṣe investigation for 1 whole year. I solved it in 60 days, but I now redid it when the fake toxicology test came out.
Yeah, but what you've investigated and released over a year.
Twice. The point is this: Adura is a liar. He is a certified liar. There are 5 kinds of liars in the world. You have to learn the one they call pathetic liar. It's normal for them to lie all the time. A happened, they will say it's B that happened. Do you understand me? Mm-hmm. Like, for example, Aroy, early this morning, Yomi, I woke up and I saw a plane crash in Philadelphia. They said the plane crashed in Northeast Philly, where my oldest son lives. They said the plane crashed into houses.
Hope he's safe.
Listen, and then I turned on the TV and I'm seeing a man talking to NBC News saying that all his friends are inside the mall, trapped. And my son works in Roosevelt Mall as security. Autistic son, meaning my oldest one. So now mo ti rí information méjì mo jìnnà sí America mo ti rí information méjì pé ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní North East Philly ó dẹ̀ tún àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ wà nínú mọ́ọ̀tọ́ ọmọ mi ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọmọ mi ò ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní weekday weekend ló máa ń ṣiṣẹ́. Now I've seen it on the internet. Now somebody comes and tell me it was a missile, that was a missile that fell on from the sky and not a plane crash. So now, what am I supposed to do as a journalist and a mother of a child that might be in that area? The first thing you do is to go to the source. Should you hear Yomi? In journalism, we go to the source. Can you hear me properly?
Loud and clear.
You cannot go to the source, okay? Kọ́nà àwọn ọmọ Abacha ló jí mi ní àárọ̀ during the pandemic tó sọ fún mi pé Abba Kyari ti kú, Chief of Staff Buhari. Ìkọ́nà àwọn ọmọ Abacha òun ló pè mí ó ní pé Dr. Kemi Kyari is dead. Ṣorí mo ṣe pé ti Kyari jáde mo ní a top person in Buhari's cabinet just died of COVID. Èmi ni mo break ẹ̀ náà gbogbo media ò mọ̀. So when I break stories, I have people on the inside. Timber break story to originate láti ọ̀dọ̀ DSS. Èèyàn márùn-ún ni mo ní ní DSS. Èèyàn mẹ́jọ ni mo ní ní Nigerian police. These are what they call sources. The sources, you don't give their names out. The sources will remind you, Emma Daruko mi o, or they will give you the original news. So
Exactly.
for
Intel.
me to verify all these plane crash stories, you go to the source. I message my son on WhatsApp. Are you okay? Oh, I'll repage me on Facebook. Are you okay? Everything. Instead of replying me, ó kàn pè mí directly. No, there's of me. Mom, I moved from Northeast Philly just 3 months ago, but I still work at the mall, and we're all watching it. So, mo ti confirm news nìyẹn from the source, my son. But nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú tí Mohbad, wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé èèyàn márùn-ún ni mo interview láti inú ilé yẹn àti orí street yẹn. I spoke to 2 neighbors and 3 people in the house. Yomi, there are many people in the house that have the video of everything that happened. Báwọn people yẹn ṣe ń jà bí Mohbad àti Wunmi ṣe ń jà, àwọn èèyàn ń film ẹ̀. Ṣé bí orí interview tí mo ṣe pẹ̀lú bàbá Lọ́ba, there is almost 14 of them living in that house. There are people who are the source. Ṣé bí kan náà source ló sọ fún mi pé Ìyábọ̀ ló kọ́kọ́ débẹ̀. Tí Ìyábọ̀ wá ń ṣe advert pẹ̀lú Gistlover. Mo ní Gistlover pẹ̀lú Instablog Naija. Tí wọ́n ní kó sọ pé air infection ní ta ló sanwó advert. Nígbà tí mo call Ìyábọ̀ out àwọn fans ẹ̀ ń support ẹ̀. Orí gbogbo yín ò pé mo ti ṣe fídíò ó ti upload sí. Tí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe Festus, ṣé Ìyábọ̀ máa jókòó sílé á máa wò bí ọ̀dẹ̀? You know what I'm saying? Will she allow that to have to her child? It's called obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
Ìwọ tó bá mọ̀ pé justice, ó mọ̀ pé nǹkan kan lè cause justice for victim, or one obstructed, you're part of the problem. Now, what I now said,
that is what the mother is doing. And that is
exactly.
what she's also using Adura to do.
Dúró náà jẹ́ kí n dé my daughter Tabose dé in a minute. So the obstruction of justice was so phenomenal because tech America ní case ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo ti discuss pẹ̀lú àwọn detectives l'America. Mo ti discuss pẹ̀lú àwọn Chris Doucette ní Canada. Chris Doucette, crime reporter, Toronto Sun. Mo ní, Chris, can you cover this story for me? Ṣé o mọ̀ pé mo ti bá gbogbo media sọ̀rọ̀? Yomi, for a year now, mo ti ń bẹ international media. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Mohbad. Mo sọ fún Al Jazeera, mo ní, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Mohbad lórí stream. Tẹ́ bá gbé sórí stream, tẹ́ gbé Kẹ́mi Olúnlọ́yọ̀ wá as a speaker, Yomi Fabayi as a speaker, Mr. Aloba as a speaker. Tẹ́ divide screen sí mẹ́rin, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe show. You know where the problem lies? The producers cannot do the show because Wunmi can sue Al Jazeera because the police has to speak first. Kó tó lè ṣe any criminal show, tẹ́ bá máa divide screen sí mẹ́rin, Baba Aloba, Kẹ́mi Olúnlọ́yọ̀, Yomi, the first person should be the police spokesperson. But the police has not answered all the international media, so they cannot cover it. I went to all the hip-hop magazines in America. All hip-hop looking article. Mokoton wala affect side to police. Police is not responding. Ìyá Wunmi ló run show yìí. Mo ń sọ fún yín ti dárúkọ.
Let me corroborate what he just said.
Yeah.
Punch newspaper interviewed me last week.
Great.
I can always send you the response of the reporter. I will send you now. One, because it was a comprehensive one.
Right.
Only our legal department is reviewing.
Reviewing what? Legal department. Come about the soon one now.
Let me find the way and send it out to you now.
CC DM me.
No, Magbesi BBC. I send it to you.
Nigerians, why Yomi sending that? Nigerians, nothing can go on media until the police is spoken to. And if the Nigerian police doesn't have a statement for the media or make an appearance on that media, the story will not go international. This is the issue we have with mobile skins. Well, now, the MPF has to determine it as a homicide. When Owonha no sorora salo, Olonwa ni Interpol, Oloshe press conference. What did Owonha say? Owonha said that the case of Mohbad is a homicide at the press conference. But don't buy the phone, so Yomi Shorati press conference to Owonha che to introduce was in nurse at Gbogbo Ogun to lo. Shorati press conference here. Do you remember that Owonha actually said, I'm coming to look at that message. Good afternoon, sir. I spoke about it to my editor and he said it's still undergoing a review. Forget them. Review. It is the same thing I just told you now. Nigerians, you see the message that the Punch gave Yomi is the same message that Al Jazeera and all the other American media gave me.
No, when it's time I'll play it for my people, they will hear.
Yomi, what we have to educate the Nigerians about is how things actually work. And in the international media, it's a very big story. Now, my second degree is public relations. Journalism is my third degree, and pharmacy is my first. Looking at the PR end of it, if I were the spokesman for the Aloba family, be it the mother or the father, what we have to do is to get either a police spokesman or a police statement before we can even discuss the case, because Wunmi can actually sue. All she needs is someone like Ned Nwoko and international lawyers Nigeria go dey sue Al Jazeera. Wọ́n fún lówó àwọn yẹn dey lose owó. But until then, wọ́n ò ní carry ẹ̀, only review táwọn Punch náà sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn tí ì ṣe. However, an investigative journalist who is independent gave her own findings. Okay? A human rights activist that owns a foundation gives his own opinion. The father of the victim, totally confused about what's what, gives his own opinion. There's somebody missing in the picture, the police. So what is now happening is there is a lot of obstruction of justice. And the mother of the victim is protecting one of the people that obstructed justice from prosecution because that person is also her son. Adura. Okay, Ojo Tabamo Ipe family man sheka.